everyone and welcome back guys to episode 4 of my F1 2017 Grand Prix challenges, where every time there is a real Grand Prix we go into the Codemasters F1 game and we do a specific set-out challenge. And so far the theme this season has been started from the back, and today will be no different because we are going to be driving as Fernando Alonso, the man that at Bahrain complained that he never raced with less power in his life. And we're going to be starting from the back and seeing how high we can climb in a 25% race at the Russian Grand Prix. Ultimate AI will be what we are running, guys, for this Grand Prix, like we do every other video you see on this channel, guys. And if you're new around here, do not forget to like and subscribe for more of these Grand Prix challenges, as well as an F1 2016 career mode, an F1 2011 career mode, and also an F1 1990s career mode, guys. There's lots going on the channel at the moment. I'm also trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, hopefully very soon. But here we are then for the Russian Grand Prix, and as you can see, it's actually a very, very wet track today for this race. So that basically, obviously, it will be a zero-stop race, unless obviously we see the clouds go away and the track dry up very, very quickly. But obviously, in these 25% races, especially around a track like Russia, you know, tyre wear is really not a big issue here. But they're going to run down the grid. Well, so I'm just going to talk about this challenge today, guys. And obviously, Russia, you know, it's got a lot of high-speed, obviously, straights around this circuit. It's quite a high-speed orientated track, so I'm a bit worried that, you know, we may struggle in this McLaren Honda there. We can just see my teammate Jensen Button got him into the top 10 in qualifying there. So, you know, it could actually be far better than I'm expecting here. But, you know, hoping that, obviously, we managed to get from last to first as Daniel Ricciardo right at the very end of that Grand Prix. We've gone last to first as Jolyon Palmer as well, and we went from last to, I think it was 7th place last time out, as Pascal Wehrlein. Guys, if you want to check out those videos, I would highly recommend going back and doing so, because, you know, they're just little fun one-off videos, guys. But I'm going to look then at the race strategy here for this Grand Prix. Obviously, with it being a very intermediate start to the race, we'll obviously have to see. I'm kind of hoping, you know, the rain stays all the way through, as I'm usually a lot stronger against the AI in the rain, especially against these Ultimate AI. They do tend to struggle in the rain here. Usually sort of heavier rain, they struggle more, but still, you know, hoping that they do lack general pace today in this Grand Prix. But obviously, starting from the back, anything can happen, especially down towards the kink at turn 1 here. But you can see it's very consistent conditions all the way through the Grand Prix there. We're going to up the front wing angle just a bit there, which, you know, considering how little front end, how much speed, sorry, this car has anyway, we're basically just knocking off the small amount of straight line speed we have. But we're going to run a little bit of spare fuel as well in this Grand Prix, and obviously it will be a one-stop race. You can just see how little the tyres do fade in this Grand Prix there, so, you know, it's not going to be one of those races where the strategy is very, very much split. But here we are then, on the grid, ready for the Russian Grand Prix. It's going to be 5 lights, starting from the back as Fernando Alonso, and it's lights out, and away we go. And off to quite a poor start there, I must say, but Pascal Wehrlein gets caught up behind Esteban Gutierrez, so they're going to be able to get past him. It's just about trying to be cautious down through this first turn 1 here. As you can see, Felipe Nasr runs massively wide there, but I think everyone has just about managed to hold it clean through there. And down towards turn 2, we're going to go down the outside, down the inside, so absolutely everyone there, as there's a lot of knocking and barging around between a lot of other drivers there. We're just going to be able to try and go around the outside, 4 wide there, down towards turn 3 with the Rio Haryanto and the Force Indias there. We go around the outside of all those guys, and now we're already up to P13 behind my teammate Jensen Button there as we go down his inside into the next corner there, up to P12 already in this Russian Grand Prix there. So a very, very good start from myself. We've nearly made up half the field already, and Kevin Magnussen is next up on my hit list here. As you can see, coming through the next couple of corners though, he's incredibly, and we should be able to line up a move on him into the next corner there. Yes, we do, down the inside, and, you know, another textbook move there, if I do say so myself. You know, Kevin Magnussen, he's doing quite well in that Renault, all the way up in like P12, P11 there. And next up on my hit list will be Roman Grosjean in the Haas car here. So hopefully, you know, into the next couple of corners, he does try and get a good run out onto this long back straight here. But we got off to incredible traction there out of the corner there, so we can't really complain about that here. And we're right on Roman Grosjean's gearbox. We're going to go down the inside, down into the next corner there. It will move to the outside of the corner there, but we do move past Roman Grosjean there. Up into P10, we're going already in the points here. See, coming through the next corner though, Raikkonen and everyone else absolutely parks it there. I think there's been a crash between Lewis Hamilton and I'm not too sure who else that was. But we've gone from 10th to 4th there through that one corner there, getting very, very lucky with all the AI here. But let's just have a look then. It might actually be a crash with Felipe Massa here. As you can see, coming down the inside into the corner there. And the Williams, just have a look from Hamilton's point of view. And the Williams just turns in on him there, rekindling their hatred back from 2011 there. But I'm not really too sure how the Williams was fighting with Lewis Hamilton there. We could just see me try to sneak around the outside here. As you can see, everyone just gets caught up, as there's nowhere for anyone to go there. As you can see, Hamilton just gets spat around. As you can see, we just go right around the outside of absolutely everyone there. Get very, very lucky with just the way we managed to go there. But there's been a virtual safety car deployed. But, you know, P22 to P4 in the opening lap of this Grand Prix. You know, it's looking very good for myself at this moment in time. We've really got only 3 more drivers that we do need to catch here. As you can see, by lap 3, we are now right on Felipe Massa's gearbox here. We're going purple in the second sector as well, though. So hopefully, you know, we should be able to try and get back past him very, very soon in this Grand Prix here. We get tremendous grip out of the next corner there. We go down the inside into the 4th last corner there. We now move up into P3 of the Russian Grand Prix now. And all we've got left to catch is Sebastian Vettel and Nico Rosberg in this race. So it's looking quite strong at this moment in time here. And, you know, we're only 3 laps in as well, so we've got another 10 laps. But Rosberg there sets a 52.8, I think that was. And we're going to come through across the line to go 1/10 quicker there, I think that is, with a 52.7. So we are closing in on the front runners here. And obviously that's really what we need to see in these stages of this Grand Prix here. But obviously we need to close down the gap as quickly as we can here. And now moving on towards the end of lap 5 here. And we go purple once again with a 1 minute 51.3 there. So we've taken out a huge amount of time to the rest of the field here. But let's just hear what Jeff has got to say about Sebastian. So you can hear there, guys, we are absolutely closing in on Sebastian Vettel here, taking out near enough 2 seconds on him that last lap here. As you see, towards the end of lap 6, we have closed in on him absolutely massively here. So hopefully, you know, we should be able to get past him very, very quickly here, coming into the final couple of corners, though. And Sebastian just ahead of me here. We're going to try and go for a bit of an alternate line here. Gives me a better run out of the 3rd last corner here, guys. It has actually worked for us. We get very, very good traction. And down the inside into the 2nd last corner here, you know, we're just going to park it on the apex, force them out wide. And we now move up into P2 of the Russian Grand Prix. And that means we have just got 1 driver left in this Grand Prix to catch. But Rosberg is a good sort of 4 seconds up the road here. So obviously we need to push. And coming to the end of lap 8 here, let's have a look then what the gap's down to. It was 4 seconds. And it's now down to just 3 seconds there. So we've taken over a second out of him in that lap there. And obviously we're still closing in on Nico Rosberg at this moment in time. But with 4 laps to go, 3 seconds to catch, it could become very, very close at the very end of this Grand Prix here. So hopefully, you know, we can still keep on plugging away on Rosberg here. And now, as you can see, to the end of lap 9, I'm going to trim the final corner here. We are pushing so hard. And the gap now is down to just 2 seconds here. So we are closing him up quickly enough in these next couple of laps here. But now moving on to the end of lap 10 here. And Rosberg really trying to put a bit of a fight back now. And see, we only take out another 1/10 of a second of him on that lap there. So the gap's down to just 1.9 seconds here. So it's looking like Rosberg, if he can just bring out a bit more pace, he should still be good to win this Grand Prix here. Now by the end of lap 11, we cut that final corner quite a bit there. And you can see we're just not closing in on Nico Rosberg on that lap there. So Rosberg really just bringing up his pace again. And we really need to try and push to catch him up in these final couple of laps of this Grand Prix now. But as you can see, moving on to the final lap of the Grand Prix, we are massively closer now to Nico Rosberg here, and obviously with 1 lap to go, the gap now is just less than a second, so we are still looking like we could win this Russian Grand Prix here. So, you know, we've still got to try and close in on Nico Rosberg in this final lap of this Grand Prix here. But, you know, we're just going to have to push so aggressive here, and down towards turn 2 and 3, we're going to go right over the curbs there through turn 3 to try and just gain any inch of time we possibly can on Nico Rosberg here. Trying to go nearly flat out through turn 3 there, trying to gain. But Nico Rosberg gets a very, very good line through there. Obviously with that just extra momentum and extra speed that Mercedes power unit can give him here. But Rosberg still just a less than a second up the road still, and now down towards sector 2. The gap is down once again. There we go, purple in the 1st sector there. So we are still closing in on Nico Rosberg here. And let's just see what we can do through these next couple of corners. Obviously, I don't care for coming second in these races. Obviously, they don't affect me in any sort of championship here. They are just one-off challenges here. So I'm more than happy to throw a very rash move up the inside of Nico Rosberg here. As you can see, coming down towards the long back straight here, we need very, very good traction out of this final corner there. And unfortunately, we don't. We get all over the curbs there. And you can just see Rosberg just able to pull away just a little bit of a gap here against myself down this long back straight here. And that might mean that Rosberg will win this Grand Prix here. But coming down into the corner, we brake as late as we possibly dare there. Close massively on Nico Rosberg there. And into the next couple of corners here, we're going to try to go for my alternate line. It worked against Sebastian Vettel, and we're just going to try and brake nice and early, be able to open up the third last corner in this Grand Prix to get incredible momentum out the corner. And it's worked once again here. We're right on Nico Rosberg's gearbox and down the inside into the second last corner of the Grand Prix. We just about get the car alongside him, and we are going to be able to take the lead and take home the win of this Russian Grand Prix right at the very end. Well, there we are then, guys, the end to another crazy race in this series, guys. But I managed to win as Fernando Alonso from right at the very back of the field in that Grand Prix. And I cannot believe, 2 races so far this season in 4 races that we've had battles that have gone right to the very end, guys. I would like to make it very clear that I do only do 1 recording of these races. I don't bother restarting the races just to get a really good scripted race. So there is none of that going on behind the scenes, guys. But hopefully, you have enjoyed this race. Fernando Alonso has won the Russian Grand Prix ahead of Nico Rosberg, Sebastian Vettel, and Lewis Hamilton, guys. But hopefully, as I said at the start of the video, guys, if you are new around here, do not forget to like, subscribe. We've got so many different things going on the channel at the moment. We've got my F1 2016 career mode, my F1 2011 career, my F1 1990s career mode, guys. So hopefully, there's a bit of everything for everyone on this channel, guys. We're also trying to close in on 1,000 subscribers. But hopefully, you have subscribed. And I will see you guys next time for a brand new video.
So promise that you'll catch me.